What's up, everybody? I know everybody's as thrilled as I am to dive into the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Yes, it's that time of the year where we all come together and realize that a large group of judges have a little trouble choosing what of hundreds of anime is the best anime ever. So I always come into the Crunchyroll Anime Awards a little bit hesitant. I always kind of feel it as a celebration of anime that we all love so much. And that's pretty much all I could ever ask for. The ability for us to really go out there and just celebrate anime. And it's never going to be the anime that you love. It's 99.9% of the time not anime that I love, but we all come together to choose for some reason what's the best anime of the year. Now, of course, Otaku Spirit always holds their own anime deliberations and the anime awards, and I had my whole video where I did my whole 10 top anime of the year. But again, I like to participate in the Crunchyroll Anime Award despite the fact that the comments are never happy. The comments are never happy, and I agree with a lot of them. I don't think that anybody really kind of expects an award ceremony this big to ever be perfect. But I think, again, the thing that I always come from it is just celebrating anime. No matter if your best anime wins or not, it's celebrating anime. And that's really all I can ask for. But I'm here to really dive through what has been picked because I didn't know. We kind of went this whole process. I can't really divulge the whole process, but we didn't really know what was going to be in the list in the very end. So I can kind of experience this along with you guys and I could maybe talk about what I chose because, again, typically with these lists, I'm never in them. I'm not even in a single bit of it usually. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's dive into this. Yeah, for those that are unaware, apparently starting now, if you go to crunchyroll.com/anime awards, you can go there and vote. And apparently they have daily votings once again. So every day until the voting ends January 25th, you can keep voting. Because apparently you get more than one vote. It's just how they do it. So there you go. If you want to learn about the judges, you can go learn about the judges. I am one of just a slew of people. Again, we all had to come together to somehow choose something. I'm not sure how that works, but there you go. I'm going to start from the bottom of it with best film. So we can start from the bottom up. I don't want to start with anime of the year. That'd be a little bit anticlimactic. So let's look at it. We have best film this year. We have Belle, Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 try something, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Mugen Train movie, Josei, the Tiger and the Fish, as well as Shirobako the movie, and Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop. I really liked Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop. That was actually a big surprise for me. Additionally, of course, Mugen Train's probably going to be a really big hit for a lot of people, but I think a lot, and I'm not here to really tell people what to vote for. I think a lot of this is going to be a lot of fun and really deciding what people are going to think is the best. How is anything going to go up against Evangelion? But at the same time, Demon Slayer is huge. How can you go against Demon Slayer? I don't know. I think that's going to be a huge battle between Demon Slayer and Evangelion. And I feel bad for anything else in this list. It's all going to get snuffed by that. Let's just be perfectly honest. So yeah, me personally, probably the Evangelion film. I think really just because it's been in my life since the 90s. It's really hard to say otherwise. But you know, pick yours. Moving on to fantasy. Fantasy will be interesting. Look at there, Mushoku Tensei. Look at there. I don't have to say it. This list right here hurts me. This list really, really hurts me because Mushoku Tensei is obviously my anime of the year. That time I got reincarnated as a slime is huge. To Your Eternity was, that last arc, ugh, but the rest of it was fantastic. And again, the writer of A Silent Voice. Ranking of Kings is still going. That doesn't really fit with how I do anime of the year. I never do ongoing shows in anime of the year, but I mean, technically Mushoku Tensei is, but it concluded in the year. But Ranking of Kings is like, it's only half done. I mean, it could really tank after this point, but I love it to death. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Ranking Kings. It's probably going to be my anime of the year of 2022, let's be honest. But Case Study Vanitas, absolutely love that show. I'm so into the second season already. And Wonder Egg Priority. So, like, literally all of this in this list. I think the only one that I would probably drop off would probably be Slime. That one I like it. It's not like I love it. So yeah, nothing goes against Mushoku Tensei. I'm sorry, nothing goes against Mushoku Tensei. I think unfortunately it's going to get snuffed though, because I don't know, people don't seem to like isekais, and even though it's literally the premier isekai. So best romance. This one is another one that I'm happy to have in the Anime Crunchyroll Awards, because I really do think this year of any year was fantastic for romance. There was a lot of fantastic romance this year, and I love that we had a category to really highlight how many great romance shows we got. The only thing in this list that I am mad about, if you had to ask me like what's missing in here that I'm angry about, Taisho Tomi Fairy Tail. It got snubbed. It really did. Taisho Tomi Fairy Tail was literally, I think that is in it's in my top favorite anime of the year. Taisho Tomi Fairy Tail was phenomenal, and I'm sad to see it's not on the list. I'm glad to see Fruits Baskets getting some attention. That's fine. Again, for me personally, for the anime awards that we do, we don't include shows that are that long running, but it's incredible. Beastars, I don't find that to be, I mean, especially the second season, which that should be titled the second season. Wasn't very romantic. I mean, that was the whole point of the story, that it wasn't romantic. there was a separation. There's not much romance there. So that's fine. Miss Nagatoro, that show surprised me, and I'm glad that it is turning into more of a romance. It didn't start out as a romance. Komi-san Can't Communicate. I've already mentioned the fact that I'm not huge in that series. I tried to like it. I can't get into it, but glad to see Komi fans get their Komi Can't Communicate in there. Duke of Death and His Maid, definitely really solid. I mean, you got a girl that's literally hanging out with a guy that'll kill her. That's some dedication there. Not that he wants to. Don't get me wrong. It's not that type of story. Horimiya was phenomenal. I'm so glad that's in there as well. The Cloverworks love is real. That's a hard one though. I think in the end, probably romance. If I'm going with their setup of rules, I'll go with Fruits Basket. If I'm going by my rules, it'd probably be more Horimiya or Duke of Death and His Maid. So, as much as I love Nagatoro, I don't think it's quite there romance-wise. It's just more teasing girl, and I love it for that stuff. I just don't think it's quite there in romantic. It's puppy love if anything. Moving on to drama. Oof. I love that 86 is in here, because 86, in my opinion, is not really so much sci-fi, mecha, crazy stuff. It's a drama. It's a war drama. And the drama that it has in it about segregation and stuff is super heavy, and I love it. But there's so many good shows here. Kageki Shoujo is absolutely phenomenal. That show, I'm glad it has attention in this Anime Awards. That Kageki Shoujo is a show that I thought would not get attention. It's got very low ratings or views on things like My Anime List and stuff like that. So it's a show where I'm trying to tout people to check it out, but I just don't know that it had that mainstream attention. So I'm glad that it's in there. I'm unfortunately don't think it's going to win. I hope it does. Well, technically Odd Taxi's in there too, but this sucks. In Wonder Egg Priority, of course, I literally champion that show to death. Technically Kageki Shoujo, Odd Taxi, and Wonder Egg Priority, I was championing all year. Those are the three shows that I was telling everybody, please don't miss these shows, please. 2 Year Attorney, again, not so good second half, but I do love it to death. And it definitely does fit in a drama category more than anything. And I think that, I don't know, I think Fruits Basket's going to snub everything, because Fruits Basket's got a following. It's got a very passionate following, and it, for a good reason. It hit pretty much the top of the Miami List charts before it got review bombed, but it's incredible, and it's got a long-running, really incredible story. I'm so glad it got the adaptation that it deserved. But yeah, additionally, I don't know, it's like Odd Taxi, I think, it is more mystery for me. I don't think it's so much drama. It has drama beats in it, that's for sure. Don't get me wrong, but I don't necessarily feel like when somebody says a drama show, I don't think Odd Taxi. So that's a struggle for me. Wonder Egg Priority definitely does fit, because literally every story they're getting into it's heartbreaking. Every story that it talks about these girls that basically have given up on life, it was heartbreaking through and through. So yeah, this one's a tough one for me. This is an absolute tough one for me. I almost want to say 86, but Odd Taxi, just because it's a perfect show for me. But again, I don't think Odd Taxi is very drama. I guess you can really say it is drama because everybody's kind of dealing with something in that show. Every character their stories are interweaved perfectly, and they all have something they're going through. Some less important than others, but they're all equal to themselves. So I don't know. That's a tough one for me. This is literally the worst category out of everything. If I had to say like the best show in this list right here, it's Odd Taxi. If I had to say the best drama, I'd probably say 86. I don't know. This is a tough one. This is a really tough one. See, the only reason I'm not praising Fruits Basket right now, for those that are wondering, is I think that story as a whole really spun its wheels at some point, and it dropped for me. I still love it, and I think it's an incredible series, but I had a sour taste in the end of it because it was so kind of drug out. But either way, incredible series. All these shows on this list are incredible. So let's move on. Let's move on. Andrew doesn't make a decision and moves on. Comedy. Another why is Odd Taxi in this list? Why is Odd Taxi in comedy? Why is Odd Taxi in comedy? Anyways, we're going to ignore that Odd Taxi is in comedy, and we're just going to look at the rest of this list. Again, Odd Taxi is a 10 out of 10 for me. I mean, I guess you can argue that the Homo sapiens are the comedy routine, but their whole joke is that they're not funny. So I don't know why. Anyways, we're ignoring that. We're ignoring that there's Odd Taxi right there. Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid, phenomenal show. Welcome back, Kyoto Animation. Now, the only thing I'll say with Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid is that it's not necessarily a comedy this time around. It was more drama and backstory and heartfelt moments, and I love it for that. So I don't know. That's a mixture for me. Kumi-san Can't Communicate, I've mentioned before, didn't work for me. I didn't really laugh at maybe once. Nagatoro, definitely laughed a lot with that one. Heaven's Design Team also did not work for me. Life Lessons did not work for me. Life Lessons because it's very relatable comedy, and the relatable comedy for that one is around not liking what you do. At least what I got from the first few episodes. So it's great for everybody else, just didn't work for me. What is missing in this list? Oh, Kagenato. Kagenato got snuffed. Ugh. But that's very niche. I understand why it didn't in the list. It was very niche. So, yeah, Kagenato was easily my favorite comedy of the year. But that's, again, key. You have to watch Key Studios shows to really get that comedy. So, yeah, from what's in here, I don't know. I'd probably say Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid, just because the laughs that I did get in that were probably the best. But again, Odd Taxi, I don't know why it's there. That wasn't my pick. Moving on. Let's move on. Best action. Attack on Titan comes back once again. Again, I will mention I'm not a huge fan of having such long-running shows inside of anime awards. Mugen Train, which is literally just a movie adaptation to TV. Again, that's kind of double dipping there. Jujutsu Kaisen, that was in last year, now it's in this year. I'm not a fan of that. I think their argument there is that they're separating cores. So I think that's why they end up putting it through. Again, it's not how I do my anime awards, but this is how Crunchyroll does theirs, so I'm not going to argue it. Dynazenon, I wasn't as fan of Dynazenon as much as I was Gridman. SSSS Gridman I loved to death. So Baby Flora Ice Song, love that's getting attention. Baby Flora Ice Song deserves the attention. Wonder Egg Priority, again, I was championing that one when that was out. So, that's a toughie for me. I'm gonna, for me personally, because like I said, this is how I do mine. I'm not into Attack on Titan final season. I think that was a good fight scene or action piece, but at the same time, a lot of CGI. I wasn't a huge fan of that stuff. Still a credible point. But again, long-running series really doesn't need to have that attention. Again, Jujutsu Kaisen won last year. I'm not gonna go after that one. Again, Mugen Train's it's a movie. It was no effort put in that at all. There was literally no new scenes like they said there would be. So I'm between Vivi Fluoride and Wonder Egg, and if I had to pick one of the two of those, I'd definitely probably go Wonder Egg. But I don't know. Vivi was pure action. I mean, there was a lot of stuff in there as well, story-wise and drama beats, but that's another tough one. Mainly because, too, I don't know, if somebody was looking for an action show, I'd probably lean towards recommending Vivi. Just because Wonder Egg priority is more about the drama and the characters and what they're going through. So, I don't know, maybe Vivi. Maybe Vivi. Best ED. Oh, this one's easy. Like, this one's easy. Oh, this one's too easy. I don't know if anybody would ever choose anything besides Shadow House. That ED is incredible. I've listened to that so many times. But yeah, technically, I do enjoy his B-Stars. Attack on Titan, I'm mixed on that one. Lisa always does incredible music. So yeah, the Demon Train arc music was good as well. Not into Skate Infinity at all. Spider So What? It's funny, but it's not like a great ending. It's just it fits the show and not really anything else. So it doesn't really stick with me, I guess, is my key point. So yeah, nothing really beats Shadow House. That ED, I think that's probably the only thing, one of the very few things that I think I managed to get in the list, I think. I'd have to look back, but I think Shadow House, that was one that I went for. Best OP. Oof. No Eden Deities, no Only Peace. Oof. Again... Typically, what I want never ends in these lists, by the way. Oh, come on, dude. People eat it. Again, that goes back to I don't think many people watched Eat It in Deities. And if they did, they stopped after the first episode because it was very controversial. But yeah, no Eat It in Deities, no Only Peace. That's rough. That's real oof. That's a big oof from me. I don't know. I guess I'd probably either go between Jujutsu Kaisen or Odd Taxi and Fauna, Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid. I wasn't as big in the Beastars second season OP as I was the first season, which I'm assuming that's the second season. Yeah, I mean, I really like Odd Taxi's OP. I think it's perfect for that show. Like, perfect. It fits it through and through. I don't know, if I put aside my dislike of voting twice for something, I think Jujutsu Kaisen's ED or OP was really fantastic. So, I don't know. Probably go Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid just for fun, because that's actually a really cute intro. Moving on, let's see. English performances, I don't know. I will say no on Rika. And this is nothing against the actual voice actress. It's a thing of the writers. The no cap thing, and that's probably why it's in the list, is people probably put in this list because no cap. The no cap joke. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But no, I'm not a big dub fan, so I'm going to skip that one. But there you go. Congratulations to whoever is in there. Moving on to Japanese performances. Gabby, no. Gabby, I mean, I love her seiyuu, but Gabby, no. No Gabby. I don't like Gabby. I don't know. This is a struggle for me because I think Aoyuki made Soma Spider So What bearable. And I think there's something to be said about that. Somebody a seiyuu that's so incredible at what they do that it carries a show. So I almost want to vote specifically for Aoyuki just because she pulled that off so well. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of stuck between that, and I think that Natsuki did an incredible job with Otakawa. That's a very unique character, and I think they pulled that off really well. Surprised that the mobster guy, I forget his name, the mobster guy from Odd Taxi didn't end up in there. The ability to do to rap all of your lines was really incredible. And I didn't really like him as a character, but to be able to pull that off, that guy did an incredible job there. So I'm surprised that he's not in the list. But Aoto, I really do love her, and I think that she did an incredible job with that character, you know, based on the stuff that she's dealing with and how she portrayed that emotion. I think she did an incredible job. So yeah, I don't know. If I can give So What anything, I'll probably give him Aoyuki on that show. Best score. Sawano Hiroyuki. Boom, we're done. I'm just gonna pick Sawano Hiroyuki no matter what, but I don't know. That's a lot of really good choices. I think the thing that surprised me the most about Vivi Flora Ice Song is that I actually thought it was Sawano Hiroyuki at first, and I couldn't get him out of my head when I watched that show. So it feels very inspired by Sawano Hiroyuki, and Yuki did an incredible job on Demon Slayer, as usual. So yeah, I think it's really easily stuck between those three, Vivi, 86, and Demon Slayer. If I had to choose, probably 86. Now, I think the only thing that I negative on 86 is that it's not enough of his vocal works. I really love whenever he has vocals in his stuff, but really incredible so far. So yeah, probably 86 on that one. And let's see, best character design. This is a tough one as well. I give Odd Taxi a lot of credit for being different. That was kind of the weird thing about getting in that series was, do I like this? There's a bunch of animal people. Do I like this? So I don't know. That's a struggle for me. I think Wonder Egg Priority, I really love the character designs in that one. Jujutsu Kaisen's very unique with its character designs, but again, I don't really give it too much credit because it was last year, or at least it got its credits last year. I don't know. Ranking of Kings, again, I think it's not done yet. I think it's very unique, but at the same time, I'm not like a huge fan of the art style, but I love it for what it's doing. So that's a tough one. Vivi, I'm mixed on. I'm very mixed on Vivi. I'd probably go Wonder Egg Priority. But again, I give Odd Taxi a lot of credit for being unique in that regard. Best animation. Oh, Mushoku Tensei is in there. How surprising. I'm not seeing Mushoku Tensei anywhere, so I'm like, I don't think it's going to get any attention. But yeah, Mushoku Tensei right here is done. I don't even need to look at the rest of it. I mean, again, Mugen Train, it's a movie, and it's being readapted. I don't want to give best animation to something that's not even its original source. It literally spiced it up into a TV series. So, Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah, definitely give it a lot of credit. Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid has a lot of fantastic, crazy animation pieces, like Elma and fighting. And that's good stuff. Vivi, unfortunately, it's in a fight with a lot of incredible stuff. Wonder Egg Priority, again, a lot of amazing, incredible animation pieces, but at the same time, it has its issues. Cloverworks tried really hard on that, but they had their issues. But the one that was consistently from beginning to end an absolute masterpiece is Mushoku Tensei. I can't give anything over that. Even Jujutsu Kaisen, which I think they did an incredible job on. No, I don't think it can match it. To tell people why is because it's more than just the action pieces. Like everywhere, visually, the backgrounds, the scene, the sceneries, everything were so hyper detailed. Every OP was literally them just showing you the area they're in. It's just, again, I can't anything but Mushoku Tensei right here. It's incredible. Bind is doing an incredible job. Director. This is easy. Odd Taxi. Because even with Wonder Egg Priority, I love Wonder Egg Priority to death. But, big but, they flubbed the hell out of that production. And I can't really give them credit for that, honestly. Incredible show, though. Absolutely incredible show, but I can't give them credit for that, because that was I don't really know exactly who. I know a few people have told me what they think happened, but you'll never really know. But Odd Taxi, I think, was perfection in writing and directing, so I don't think anything here comes close to it. Like, even Attack on Titan had its issues. Jujutsu Kaisen, it's an action piece. I didn't really get too much outside of that. Sunny Boy, no. I will never give no on Sunny Boy for me. Not happening. I'll never, no. Not giving that show any credit. That was a jumbled storytelling. I'm sorry. You can say you've seen weird symbolisms in there. I've seen symbolisms, but not enough. Yeah, I think that goes Odd Taxi. Best fight scene. What do they choose? Eren versus Warhammer Titan with all its CGI. No, not working for me. Yuji, Aoi, and Hanami. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one. That was like so cool how they used that ability in that fight. I loved it. Elma and Toru was absolutely incredible as well. Such good animation. I don't know Naruto. I gave up on that a long time ago. Sorry, fans of Naruto. Just mentioning the name is probably going to get me in trouble on this YouTube channel. Yuji, Nobura, Eso, and... no. Definitely not as good as with Yuji and Aoi. Vivi, Flora, Ice Song, Vivi versus Yugo was absolutely incredible too. And this is one of those things of like, with the Jujutsu Kaisen one, it's obviously there's a gimmick to it. And that gimmick makes it so fun. It's a fun fight because it has a weird, cool gimmick. This kind of swapping place gimmick. And they did such a great job adapting that. With Vivi, it's choreography. Vivi versus Yugo was choreography. Because the fight itself had multiple facets to it. It wasn't just either, pound, 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 shoot, shoot, shoot. It wasn't simple throw things at each other. There was actual combat and choreography that was put into there. And it felt like a kung fu film. Like a really good kung fu film that actually had solid ways of actually having the fight progress from one segment to another. There was steps to it. And I think that I give it a lot of credit for that. It wasn't the most amazing animation. It had a lot of really good animation in there. It had a lot of really sense of the velocity was in there. You felt the velocity of the fight. But yes, it wasn't as crisp of animation that you would find elsewhere. So this is a really huge, tough one. I'm stuck between Yuji Aoi and Hanami with Jujutsu Kaisen, Elma versus Toru from Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid, and Vivi and Yugo from Vivi Flora Ice Song. So that's a toughie. That's a real big toughie. The thing with Elma and Toru also is that it's a lot to do with my love for the characters after so long. So that one's a tough one for me as well. So oof, big oof for me. Big oof. I don't know. I'd probably give it to Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid. I love those two characters so much, and there was so much. So there was a lot of significance to that fight, I guess. After 2 seasons, there was so much significance to that fight. Additionally, along with the animation itself, which was incredible, there was emotion in there. There was so much built-up emotion from 2 seasons right there. So, I think I'd easily give it to Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid. Yeah, that was a tough one. Antagonist. Again, I'm mad on this one. The best villain of the year got snuffed. The number 1 villain of this year got snuffed. And no doubt I did not try. I tried. But yeah, Miku from Eat It and Deity's No Only Peace deserved to be in this list. I think if anybody watches that show all the way to the end and does not agree with that she is the most despicable, disgusting, clever, scary, smart, incredible bad guy character that you hate to love, to hate to love, that's Miku. And the fact that she's not in this list is sad. But outside of that, Adam Skate Affinity, I don't know. They did something cool with him in the end, but I can't follow you on that one. Yano, right there. There's Yano. That was the one that was talking about that needed to be in the best voiced characters because Yano was really good. I cannot believe what he did with that character. Eren Yeager, I can't go with that one. I've read the manga and I can't follow him as a character. And that's especially bad that he is in the best antagonist for the first part of the final season because we literally have zero clue to him at this point. I mean, we have an idea, but we don't really know. Tamura from My Hero Academia, that didn't work for me. As much as I wanted the Villain Academia to work for me, I think it was kind of stained a little bit by the adaptation being poorly ordered. But, just tragic past kid. I'm not huge on him. Ekidona, I can go with. Teta, no, I can't go with him. I can't go on that one. I just don't know. I don't really know him as a character really that much right now. And again, that's another big question mark as to why he's in the list. He's not really, we don't really know. But if you're going based on writing, like pure writing, Ekidona, easily, because why I like her so much is because she was a villain character that at face value didn't really seem like a villain. And it's one of those characters that at the end of the day, there's this realization moment where you're like, oh yeah, by the way, it's still a witch. Like, she's still a witch, and she's still what she is. She's not doing this for you. And like, it gives a sense that she's doing things for Subaru and stuff, and it's like, nope, she's not doing anything for anybody. And I really like that. The writer's ability to do that, I think, deserves credit. So, yeah, I think of all these, I'd probably go Ekidona. Like, because she's multifaceted, and there's so much going for her so far. So that's easy. Let's see, Protagonist. What was picked? What was picked in the end? Eren Yeager. Love that he's a protagonist and an antagonist. Sure. I can't go with him on an protagonist either, again, because it's unknown at this point. Yuji, no. There's not enough going for him right now. I find him very, very shallow so far as a character, and I'm sure he's going to grow. He's a shonen character. He's going to grow, but so far he's not that deep. Joe, Boji, yeah, if I wanted to count that as best of last year when he only had like half the show out. Ioto for sure, and Otakawa. So I'm between Otakawa and Ioto, because the problem that I have here is that Ioto is precious. She's kind of hard without trying. She's just there for people, and she's basically I think they mentioned that she was like a sunflower or something like that, noting her jacket obviously. But Otakawa is a multifaceted character, but in the end, he's a character that is willing to put himself on the line for other people. And now there is an argument to be made about not respecting yourself enough, which I think is a key role of him. It's not respecting his own life. It's a selflessness that is bad for other people around you. So it's between those two, and they're so good though. Again, Boji will be my favorite for this year, not 2021. It's still going. So yeah, I'll go Ioto. I'm gonna go Ioto. I love her to death. So yeah, there you go. Sorry, shonen protagonist fan boys and girls out there. Best girl. Where's Roxy? Where's Edis? Why is Mushoku Tensei not in this list? Yeah, I go Roxy, but she's not here. I go Edis, she's not here. I go Yuzuki, she's not here. There's so many characters I go with that are not here. What is here, though? Toru Honda, again, way too long running series. It probably shouldn't be in this list. Jujutsu Kaisen was in last year, this year. I'm not a big fan of this character anyways. Nobara. So that's not for me. Komi, I love her. Not that much. Again, Komi fans, sorry. Lena is a hard one because she literally disappears. Like, she's not in the show for half of it. I mean, you can make an argument for part one. She's definitely there. She definitely seen some crazy awesome growth, and I love her for that. Sarasa is fantastic. Sarasa and Ioto are the same. They're rays of sunshine to other people. Toru technically is as well. So I'm on the right side of this list, I guess, in the end. As much as I love Lena, again, she's kind of gone. Not even there. But she's got wicked growth. Lena's got wicked growth. This is a tough one. I mean, if Roxy or Edis was in the list, it would be really easy, but they're not. So I'm stuck with like 4 choices here that I would totally go for. Oh, man. I almost want to say Sarasa just to give Kekeki Shoujo some attention. It needs the second season. It needs a second season so bad. I guess I go Lena. I go Lena in the end, I think, probably, even though she's like missing for half the show. She's got such good growth. Let's be honest, like, Toru Honda deserves everything. Toru Honda, I guess. I don't know. Suck for not having an easy choice in there for me. Best boy. Man, Tokyo Revengers has a fandom, apparently. Tokyo Revengers has a fandom. Again, Boji show's still going on. I'm not going to go with... I love Boji to death, though. I hope he wins in the end. But for me, personally, I don't pick shows that are ongoing. Otakawa, again, is incredible. I love Draken, to be honest. As much as I joke about Tokyo Revengers, I hate the adaptation, but Draken is a really great character. Mikey, I'm mixed on. Like, the dude, I'm afraid of him. I'd probably pick him just so I don't get lost in a dumpster somewhere. Miyamura is solid as well. He's a good boy. Senku, I think every year I discount Dr. Stone, even though I love it to death. It's just like one of those shows where I love watching it, but I don't really give it credit. Yeah, this is a tough one too. I'd probably say Otokawa. He's a good boy. Yeah, I go out Otokawa. That list is missing a lot of characters though. And the last one, anime of the year. My predictions. I already know one's not in the list, so I'm not going to mention that. But I think it's going to be full of shonen. It's going to be full of Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, probably Ranking of Kings, even though it's not done. I have technically seen it, but I don't remember what's in it. Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan, Ranking of Kings. That's the only ones that I can guess off the top of my head. 86, that's surprising. I did not think I'd see 86 in that list. Attack on Titan, of course. Jujutsu Kaisen for the second year in a row, of course. Odd Taxi, very surprising that Odd Taxi is in the list. I guess the critics, the judges actually watched it like I did. I totally thought when Odd Taxi aired, I know that some other groups, I think like Mother's Basement and stuff were big on it. I know there's some other content creators that were big on it, but I really did feel like it was going to get snuffed. But that's good. Sunny Boy, no. I don't even know why it's there. I can't go with you guys on that one. I will never know. Sunny Boy is not. No. It goes in my biggest disappointments of the year. Me mentioning the name of Sunny Boy is probably going to get me a strike on my channel, which they've done before. So I probably will have to blur this out so that I blur the Sunny Boy logo out because I don't want to get a strike again. But that's not why I don't like it. I just think it's literally like lost the anime, where it's too many questions, nothing answered, and symbolisms. I know it didn't do a good job of telling the story. So no, that's off my list. Ranking of Kings, again, it's ongoing. Why is it even in the list? I guess you could say for the first core alone. I don't know. At least they're going out of their way to say core 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen so that you know why it's in the list. Is because technically it was in this year. This one's easy. Odd Taxi. It's a 10 out of 10 show. It's absolutely incredible, and nothing on this list beats it. Especially not Sunny Boy. What isn't in the list that should be in the list is Mushoku Tensei. Why is that not here is beyond me. It's truly shocking. There's a lot that's not in this list that shocks me. Let me see. What is in my list that's not in this list? Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid got snuffed. Super Cub got snuffed. Wonder Egg Priority got snuffed. Taisho Tomi Fairy Tale got snuffed. Kageki Shoujo, Eden Deities, Vivi Fluorite Ice Song, ReZero. A lot of really incredible shows got snuffed, and Sunny Boy isn't in the list. I'm sorry for Sunny Boy fans. No, didn't work for me at all. I cannot go with you on that one. But I think the biggest pain is that Mushoku Tensei is not in the list, and that is absolutely incredible. Oof. Big oof. But it's not just my list. I'm sorry, folks. It's not just my list. I'm one judge of many. I don't know. I'm happy okay, so I'm not happy with Sunny Boy being in the list. Let me just get that out of the way. We've addressed that. Again, I'm not happy that Ranking of Kings is in the list. I love it to death, but it's still ongoing. It could tank. It could literally tank in the next few episodes. Jujutsu Kaisen, again, was in last year, so that's a little bit disappointing to me that that's in there again. It's the same season. You can say Core 2 all you want. 86, I think... I mean, I would even make an argument for 86 that it technically is not done yet. But we did technically get 2 whole cores pretty much out of it. Not really whole cores. Attack on Titan, again, I say that it really needs to be kind of... it needs to be retired at this point. That would be like putting, might as well put Naruto in here, put Dragon Ball Super in here, put, I don't know, go ahead and put One Piece in the list. I mean, why not? It sets a precedence when you can put shows like that in the list because, and that's why we do it. We don't do that in our list. It sets a precedence where you can essentially fill the list with big, long-running shonens. Put Black Clover in there, put Dragon Ball, put One Piece, put them all in there. And I don't think that's a good idea. I think there needs to be an episode cutoff point, but that's just, again, that's how we do it. It's not how Crunchyroll does it. Yeah, Odd Taxi's easy here. 10 out of 10 show. Please go watch it. It's incredible. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts on the Crunchyroll Awards. Like I said before, you can vote daily all the way until its conclusion on, was it January 24th, question mark? 25th. I'm wrong. So, yeah, definitely go vote. Vote daily. Get your picks in there. Again, like I said, don't be angry at the judges. We're all pulling in different directions, and I would assume that probably more than half of the judges are probably in the same boots that I am, where literally nothing I picked really ended up on the list. So it's a big judge panelist thing to choose what they think is best, and obviously I'm wrong. I've never been shy to say that my taste is terrible. I mean, I love Super Cub, and nobody watched that show except for like 5 of you in the comments that I absolutely adore. You guys are you. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, get out there and vote. Again, celebrate anime. Don't hate on the judges. Just celebrate anime, enjoy what wins, and talk about what you love. Don't say this sucks because it's not this. Say, man, I wish this was in it because I love it. That's where it's at. So again, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you did, hit that like button down below. Comment, let me know what you thought about this whole thing. What's your favorites? Tell me what you love. Don't tell me what your anger gets in there, even though I just did that with Sunny Boy. Tell me how much you hate me because I don't like Sunny Boy. There you go. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video if you can. And I thank you all for watching, and you all take care.